Did you see the newest allegations on P. Diddy? Apparently, there were lots of children that he was diddling.
Like 2 dozen or better.
Like 20 kids as young as 9. He would get these little boys who were trying to get record deals and then be like, you come with Diddy for a week. And he like take them back to New York or whatever, or to Atlanta, to his places. And they'd be like with Diddy for a week. And these parents be somewhere like, yeah, little Ray Ray's with Diddy this week. No big deal. He's going to be the next like Bieber. He's going to be the next Usher. Something like, and meanwhile, kind of is being the next Usher or Bieber. He's getting blown out probably by Diddy somewhere in a creepy party. The newest allegation is that there is a celebrity who is bigger than Diddy, like an A-list of A-list celebrity and there is a video of them and Diddy having sex in Atlanta at his place, and that the person who has the video has been shopping it, trying to sell it, and the person who was in the video has filed a police report. That's the newest thing that I've read. So like pins and needles over here. Oh, Jennifer Lopez.
Do you think she'd be qualified as bigger than Diddy?
No, I don't. But like, she's my best guess, and I think that like it's a big ass.
Do we know if it's the same? Like if it's also a musician, or it could be an actor, it could be anything.
They said an A-list celebrity bigger than Diddy was the way.
Beyonce.
Ooh, could be Beyonce.
Jay-Z. I think of them as probably big, or at least wealthier than Diddy. But who else other like? Because that's been a thing for so many years. It's like, oh, Diddy, he's not just a singer. He owns 1 million businesses and he's worth 1.2 billion. Like he's just like
Beyonce's bigger than Diddy. Like she's.
I think so. Yeah,
she's currently making like big hit music. I saw her country album got snubbed at the CMA Awards, and they were like, "Why?" Because you made a fucking country song and then did nothing else country the rest of your life ever. Like they're gonna give you a fucking award.
It shouldn't work like that. Like if I don't know, Jimmy Butler, he's a big NBA player right now, went into the NFL and had a great season as a wide receiver, they wouldn't be like, you're not real football. They'd be like, dude, you're good. We can see it in the numbers, right?
Yeah, but there aren't any numbers in music, right? Other than sales. And then you can't, I don't think it's fair to be like, yeah, you really came in here and sold that country album, because no, you sold it to your regular Beyonce.
You're Beyonce, yeah.
Okay.
I also don't like Beyonce. You know, Beyonce's got no stick-to-itiveness either. It's funny that you can be like this, God knows what she's worth, but she's stuck with Jay-Z through him. Like that, Jay-Z's the ugliest male celebrity in the world. He's one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life.
He's looking more and more like an old woman every year.
I don't think you'd put these same rules on Miley Cyrus, right? Miley Cyrus was country, and then she switched over to pop. And I bet if she switched over to something else,
but she fully switched. She didn't just pop in and make a quick pop album. Beyonce's not making country albums and now. Like she didn't become a country music star.
She could switch
Miley
again,
Cyrus,
and you'd be like, all 3 are full switches. Miley Cyrus is doing it right.
Miley Cyrus did like 1 or 2 country things, and then completely went pop and has been a rock and punky or like whatever she is, her own thing for years. She immediately went from Miley.
She was the poppiest pop party in the USA. Like that was
Party in the USA came out like I think my freshman year of college, and that was all my memories of Party in the USA are just being trashed at a frat house.
Dude, I like that song. It's
like it would come on and I remember everyone was having such a good time, jumping around. Everyone's trashed.
You know,
we were on the second story of this frat house. We almost collapsed the floor.
Miley Cyrus doesn't like that song.
Of course she doesn't.
She's like, it's commercially successful. It's what I meant to do, but it's not the kind of music I like.
That's the only song of hers I can, off the top of my head, know.
So they took Taylor Swift off the Country Music Hall of Fame memorial too. They fucking scraped her off and added somebody else.
Because she's pop now?
Yeah, because she doesn't do country music. Yeah.
All right. This is bullshit. I don't give a fuck about country music awards anymore. Taylor Swift was like a big deal in country.
I'm canceling my flights to Nashville tonight.
Yeah, I'm
sure there were. They lost me. I get your point, but it's still. I just like, I don't know. Like you're denying your history. She made some of my favorite songs of her country. Like Our Song is the one I'm thinking of.
The only Taylor Swift song I know is the one that was in that Call of Duty montage. It's like, we were 15 when I first saw you. Playback starts and
That can't be true.
I really don't like that.
You've never heard Shake It Off?
I could no. I've never heard any.
Okay.
I don't like that one either, really.
I don't know what that is. It's not the Will Smith's daughter song, like whip your head back and forth. You're not thinking of that.
No,
I don't know
totally
any
different song.
Have no idea.
No.
Like, why would I watch a 20-year-old white girl's music?
Why would you care who gets awards if they're basing it all on sales anyway? It's just going to be a revolving door of the same.
They're not basing it on sales though. It's there's obviously it's an award show, so there's a dozen different. It's like breakout album, artist of the year, best album of the year, and it's like the Oscars. The people vote for what they think.
Do you guys watch those? I've never watched an award show.
I watch the Oscars. I like the Oscars a lot. I haven't in recent years because they got so woke about it. They're like Oscars too white. That was the hashtag. Oscars too white.
I remember that. Just like openly hating.
And then who
white
did
people.
they like choose for an Oscar shortly afterwards? Was it Denzel, Will Smith?
They gave Will Smith the Lifetime Achievement Award after he smacked Chris Rock that same night.
I feel like that was 3 years after Oscars.
Yeah, Woody's right. This is older when they were like, oh, too many white people at the Oscars, and they were like, oh, actually, this year, totally organically, we're not going to have white people. And it's like, okay, well,
yeah, if I remember, like, there were no black people for Best Actor, if I recall, that year, and they were upset. Oscars too white.
That's so gay.
Well, yeah, make sure everybody gets a trophy.
Why would you watch an award show of like?
Yeah.
Have we done a death pool in a while?
We're still on.
I think Woody won the last one.
I won something. Right? Yeah, I think it was the guy that was running against Putin for president.
Navalny or something.
Yeah.
So
Zach has a list. I think you got 2 though. No, you got 1 and Kyle got 1. I don't know. Kyle got some rapper.
The rapper.
And you got the Russian guy. I don't know who died first, so who technically won. None of
mine died first. But what we do every time is we just give that person another one. We let them replace their pick. So whenever Woody won,
well done. All right.
This probably the most updated one.
This is super out of date. I want to switch out some people.
I think we already did switch out, so I don't even think I have. I think I replaced DMX with somebody, but it was like last year. So, you want to?
I guess the rule was under 50 for this one.
I mean, honestly, I'd like to do a whole new death pool because Hunter Biden doesn't seem like a good pick anymore. Obviously,
yeah.
I would let him spill the beans. Now I want to say Diddy. I want Diddy.
Is Diddy?
He's under 50.
He's 54.
Looks good for 54.
Maybe we should do under 60. So you can Diddy.
We don't.
This will be a quick turnaround death pool because that
Diddy shit. I really hope that. First of all, it's a little telling that he's staying. I didn't know this at first. He's at the place where Epstein didn't kill himself. Like that's really? Where they're holding him, and he's on suicide watch, just like Epstein was. So it's like
that doesn't work that well.
He's roommates with that that crypto guy. Did you know that?
The crypto guy. I thought for sure you were going to say the like murder
jack cop. No, if they move that enormous cop in, we know exactly what's going to happen. But yeah, the Sam Bankman-Fried is Diddy's roommate.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Diddy's like, damn it, man! I was worth 1.2 bills, and he's like, first time.
Right?
Yeah. It's crazy to me that he got taken because I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, but also at the same time not making it a disgusting sex crime. I don't know. Let's say I'd embezzled, and I'd embezzled enough that they were going to take me down. But I've got $1.5 billion. Man, I'm figuring that out, right? Like I'm not going to court. I'd be talking to lawyers and extradition experts and someone from the United Nations, and then I'd need a contact with like the vice president of Bulgaria or wherever I'm going, and I'd be like, hey, I want to invest heavily into the downtown community of your impoverished nation, non-extraditable status country, and I would be going there. And who cares if you lose $800 million doing it? You're not going to prison. Like if you got your properties.
Where do you put your money? Like, do Swiss bank accounts work like they work in the movies?
I think they do.
Did you learn about it in the movies? Because that's where I learned it.
Well, also like I think there's places in the Cayman Islands or somewhere right there where like the United States can't come and yoink that money. But one way or another, I would consult with lawyers and experts about this. There have to be people who know, but I wouldn't go to court. There's no way they'd have gotten me if I'm Diddy. Like he was gone. Remember, it was like, "Where's Diddy?" And I was like, He's on an island somewhere where they can't get him. Smart. And then they pick him up in Brooklyn. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I think that they had told him, I don't think I've read this, but I think what they told him is if you turn yourself in, we'll give you bond. You'll be out anyway. And maybe this all goes away anyway. Who knows? You know, but if you flee, then you're a fugitive from the United States now. You can never return. You'll never see your wives, your children, et cetera, et cetera. You're not going to be Diddy anymore. And he was like, yeah, all right, I'll turn myself in. I'll get bond. And it'll be 2-3 years from now before this goes. And maybe in the meantime, I can bribe people. I can pay people to hush. But instead, they're like, nah, we're hanging on to you. We're not letting you out. You're a flight risk. And he's in that hellhole. That place apparently sucks. It's real bad.
Well, compared to what he's used to.
Well, no, there are like they said there are 3 federal judges who refuse to send prisoners there in the New York area, that they won't send the prisoners there.
This is based on nothing. I just feel like P. Diddy's in the good part of that neighborhood. Him and Sam Bankman-Fried. Like, you see when mobsters go to jail, right? They have butlers and like fine dining.
But if he does have anything approaching the kind of shit like Epstein had on powerful people, like
then he won't be.
They would want to target him somehow, either paying off a guard or having some fucking murderer cop, you know, and a bunch of functioning cameras. Like, they could get to him. Epstein was so much more protected and high profile than Diddy.
I don't think there's a gym pop. I think they're locked down like 23 hours a day in a room. I think they're just stuck in a cell all day. This isn't prison, it's jail.
But that's what Epstein was too. Like, he was locked down a lot and he was like freaking out, thinking he was going to be killed.
Well, he hung himself in his cell. So, you know.
Yeah. Totally makes sense. Tear away pants.
I hope we get some information this time.
Why did he punch himself so many times before he did it?
he felt bad about what he'd done.
He felt bad about what he did. I'm going to really give myself what for before I
wanted to teach himself a lesson.
Yeah.